Hey guys, Demon here, and today we are marking a ending of a movie franchise, the X-Men movies. Well, at least the ending of the movie franchise from Fox. I guess Disney might do another X-Men series, but we are ending the movie franchise from the X-Men from Fox with the last entry, the Dark Phoenix. And it's kind of I don't know what to say, man. It's something because I used to watch this movie when I was like maybe not a kid necessarily, but like a teenager at least. And I love the X Men, man. I love the X Men franchise. I loved the majority of the movies. I even like love movies that a lot of people hate, and I really enjoyed the X Men. It was like the superhero movie back in the day, before Marvel had their superhero movies. And man, oh man, was it good? Was it a good time? But this movie was kind of a sour note to end it on, to be honest. In a movie world where there is a bunch of like loopholes and time wimey stuff, and there's like a bunch of stuff that doesn't make sense, and like never will make sense, I guess. Because like they screwed up so much, to be honest. Like they made like the first X Men movie, which was awesome. The second one, which was awesome. The third one, kind of stupid, but it had some good parts in there. Wolverine Origins, which I enjoyed. A lot of people said it was boring and stupid. I didn't enjoy what they did to Deadpool, but I enjoyed some of it. They had First Class, which kind of screwed up the timeline completely. I mean, come on, guys, you should have made the timeline a little bit better, but whatever, I guess. So that's when it like all started to get screwed up, was like First Class, when they started to screw up the timeline completely. um, they had what was it? They had Days of Future Past, which is a really good movie, which screwed up the timeline even more. They had The Wolverine, which was a very good movie. Which was a very good movie, yes, it was. Even though they cut through Wolverine's adamantium. They had. What was it? X Men Apocalypse. Wolverine only showed up briefly in there. They had Logan, which again screwed up the timeline. And then they had, I guess, this one, the Dark Phoenix, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, this is, I think that's all the movies, if I'm not mistaken. There might be one I'm missing. Maybe First Class, was there a First Class 2? So there might have been. There definitely might have been. Or was that, or am I thinking about X-Men Apocalypse? I don't I don't actually know, to be honest. I think there might have been an X-Men First Class 2, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Been a long time. But they ended the franchise today, or not today technically, but just on this movie. And I gotta say, kind of a sour note, to be honest. Kind of a sour note to end it on. Um, the movie, without spoiling it, because spoiler free first, then spoilers. The movie was kind of garbage. It was like okay, I guess. It was the best rating I can give it. It's okay. It had some references in there, like they always do. Um, like the emotions didn't really stand out to me or anything. The acting didn't stand out to me, and I know these characters can do better acting than this. It feels like they all just kind of wanted to stop. They also was like, let's just get through this movie and then just stop doing this stupid X-Men thing. It feels like that's what the characters were thinking, in my personal opinion. So the acting was not the best. The action scenes were pretty okay. Some parts were pretty okay, and other parts were really slow paced and boring. So not the best movie to end it off on. Not the best. It's definitely an improvement from the last Phoenix movie we had, which was X-Men 3, but only by a slight margin. um, let's see. I guess that's about it for non-spoilers. If I were to rate it with non-spoilers, 1 to 10, 1 being the worst, 10 being the best, 5 being average, I would rate this a 5. I'd rate this a 5. It's average. You could watch it once, but you're probably not going to want to watch it again. It's just an average movie, and you might want to watch it, but I'm pretty sure the majority of the time you'll just be on your phone flipping through stuff instead of paying attention to it, because that's how average it was. Now spoilers. Okay, so let's get into the bad and the good. Let's start off with the good because it's a very short list. The good parts were they had some references there, which is always cool. Pretty cool to see some references. They had some cool action scenes, I guess. That was cool. And they followed the comic a little bit more than X-Men 3. Yeah, that's the thing. They followed the comic, you know. They followed the comic a little bit more than X-Men 3. Just by a slight margin. And that's about it for the good. And then the bad. Let's see. Let's start off with the bad. Okay, so first off, we have bad acting in general. Just like the emotions on these characters' faces and stuff like that were just not good. They didn't really like put out their emotions in a sense that I feel like they should have. So just bad acting in general. I feel like the majority of them, even the good actors that I know are good actors, were like, I just want to get rid of this. Like, I just want to get done with this. Like, let me finish this contract and let me move the fuck on. I am done with this shit. You know, I just feel like that was the majority of them. So yeah, like the emotions and stuff like that, the delivery to the characters, dialogue and stuff like that, just very bad and somewhat out of character for some of them. Like there's a scene with Hank, what is his name? Beast. It's Hank. His name is Hank, but Beast. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's a scene where he wants to kill, Jean, and then he changes his mind, and it's all like in his head, and it's just like that's not what the real character would do. The real Beast would not do that unless he like absolutely had to. I don't know, man. And like there was like this point where Raven died. Spoiler alert, which we'll get into later. Where Raven died or Mystique, and the only one that gave a shit was Beast, and he's just like, oh my god. And Charles is like, even though they supposedly had this long history together because of the movies. Even though they kind of fucked it up in the timeline because they never had it in the first place, but whatever, I guess. But they had this long history together, like they're like step siblings. And in this movie, he's just like, "Oh, she's dead, so I'll cheer up a little bit. I'm not gonna cry. I'm not gonna rush over to her side as she's dying. I'm just gonna be like, oh, poor, she's dead." The best actor here that showed the most emotions, like the most like the best performance, I should say, would have to be Magneto. I don't know the actor's name, to be honest, but it would have to be him. He showed probably the best performance. And that's about it, I guess. So the plot line, let's move into the plot line. The plot line was very average and very tellable what was going to happen. At the end, Jean sacrifices herself. We all know that was going to happen. Someone was going to manipulate her. She was going to kill someone because they gave that away in the trailers, to be honest. They gave a lot of stuff away in the trailers. And we knew that everybody at the end were going to come together. And there was these really stupid parts. So that was like the plot line. Very average and very predictable. And then there were the stupid parts. Let's get into the stupid parts. Okay, so there was these really stupid parts that were stupid. Let's start off with the train scene, or not the train scene, the trying to kill Jean scene, where Magneto goes after Jean to try to kill her. And for some reason, even though there's like a little double-decker bus on top of the ground, I'm pretty sure I saw that in the movie, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure there's a double-decker bus. Instead of like grabbing that double-decker bus, he grabs a underground railroad train, or an underground subway train, I guess. He just grabs a train from underground for no real apparent reason, I guess. Like, why did he do that? There was no real reason for it, but he did it, I guess. That's awesome. He just did it for no reason. Um, just stupid stuff like that, man. Just really, really stupid. Uh, there's like points in here, and Hank again. He tried to kill her, not his character at all. Like in any of the movies or in the comic, or the majority of the comic books, I should say, not all the comic books. Like not his character at all. Just the way he acted was kind of stupid. The Magneto, I could see that happening, but him, not really. And Magneto, to be honest, I didn't even think he would act like that, because in X-Men 3, like one of the best scenes in there was when he just abandoned Mystique after she turned into a human. That was like the best scene in like X-Men 3. And he's like a ruthless motherfucker, so I didn't think he was gonna act like that, but I guess he did. Man, it was just so lackluster and so lame. Ugh, man. Like, just some of the scenes in there were just so, like, why? Why'd you need that? That was stupid. Like, why? Why am I watching this? This is stupid. Why are you taking that out of the ground? That's stupid. And, like, the characters' abilities were kind of lame, to be honest. Like, Magneto is, I think he's technically an Omega level mutant that can control, like, magnets, and he almost destroyed the Earth at one point. He even did that in the movies with Apocalypse. But he was pretty much useless, I guess. He probably should have put more of a fight up, I think. And Storm, I'm pretty sure she's considered an Omega level mutant, but she didn't put up much of a fight at all. And plus she could control weather in space, which is not a part of her power set, not to my knowledge at least. And she can make ice out of her hands. Is she Iceman? Or I don't understand the whole power dynamic with her. She's weaker than she usually is, and like I don't know, man. Like, I've never seen her control ice like that. Like, it almost seems like they were trying to do Iceman, but they didn't have Iceman. I'm just saying. I'm pretty sure Storm can't control weather in space, because I don't think there is much weather in space. At least not the kind of weather that she can control. Or maybe she can. I don't know. I don't know enough about Storm to know. It's just kind of dumb. What else to talk about that was stupid? The ending was kind of stupid. Jean sacrifices herself. Classic superhero, you know. It always happens. To destroy the alien. And then we see like a brief moment of a phoenix flying at the very end. To be honest, I don't know if there was any after credit scenes, because I just kind of left because I was just kind of bored at that point. So yeah, there could have been, but I don't know. And we didn't get to see Wolverine. I really wanted to see Wolverine. I really enjoy seeing Wolverine in these movies, but we didn't get to see him. And that was the end of one of the most well-loved creations of Fox Entertainment. Like one of the most well-loved movie franchises, with plus one of the most hated movie franchises because it had a bunch of stupid stuff put in there, and plus one of the most confusing movie franchises as well. So yes, one of the most just confusing, loved, and hated franchises, and that is the end of it. I will say I will miss you to a certain extent, but in all reality, you probably should have ended a long time ago, like on Old Man Logan or something like that. You probably should have ended, but whatever, I guess. Anyways, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you guys did, like, comment, subscribe, and share. Hit that bell notification because you love my content, and go check out my Twitters because it's in the link below. And you want to check out my Twitters and follow me. And as always, my friends, stay sane. Peace. I really hope you guys enjoyed that video. If you did, click on one of these videos, this one or this one. Or click here to subscribe because you love my content, you love my channel. Click the bell notification, of course. And of course, go to my Twitters, link below. One of these videos though, or subscribe. Twitters, follow. Alright, peace.